People often ask me, can I trust someone? I ask them and I ask myself this question, can I trust myself? Can you trust yourself? That's the first question to ask. Trust is built when there is honesty, consistency, and transparency over a period of time. Where have you seen that behavior? You look around, people say one thing today, they say another thing tomorrow. Yeah, like you talk, like not everyone's going to put all their cards on the table. So naturally, you're not able to trust. But do you put all your cards on the table? Are you honest? Are you, let alone being honest with other people, are you honest with yourself? Like, you make a new year plan, how long does it last? Your commitment to yourself lasts 60 seconds. So how can you expect to trust somebody? Actually, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna explains, Atmavat manyate jagat. You see the world the way you are. You can't trust anybody because you can't trust yourself. You're not acting in a trustworthy way in your relationship with yourself or your relationship with Krishna. So to expect to be able to trust others is kind of ridiculous. I don't know, like I just think we often look for solutions to problems outside of ourselves. So I'm unable to trust anybody because my mother or my father or my friend or somebody didn't kind of like act with me in trustworthy ways. But that's in the past. This is your present. We can't kind of like take this attitude of a helpless fate. This happened to me, so I am incapable of doing that. That's kind of like giving power to your past. Just remember, the past has absolutely no power unless you give it power. That's another thing that I think about. That why are you resigning, limiting yourself to what happened in the past? It's not. It's yeah. It's like an artificial limitation. So in because just I heard this story, right? I told you this before. I think I've heard this story. Like, there was a drunkard, complete drunkard, and he had two sons, and one turned out to be a complete drunkard, and other one's completely clean, never touched alcohol. The same sort of circumstances, the same scenario. So we do come into this world with our predestined suffering. We are coming in with that predestined suffering, but in that predestination, we have a choice. So if you really want to have trust in people, first learn to trust yourself. First, learn to build those behaviors within yourself. Try to be consistent. Have a regular practice in your life, spiritual practice if possible, and try to be, yeah, honesty is not just a matter of speaking the truth or like being blunt. Honesty also means listening to the truths when it's spoken to you and keeping an open mind. Otherwise, when someone's giving us feedback, our minds are shut. When we have to give others feedback, then we're like, oh, yeah, like very honest about it. Well, we have to be able to hear honestly and speak honestly, and we have to be able to be consistent in our behavior, but we have no consistent practice. And then transparency, like, in the name of protecting yourself, we've completely lost the ability to be transparent. So when these things aren't there, nobody knows why you're making the choices you're making. It's like, it's my private affair. It's a very isolated, individualistic kind of society. So people don't really have trust in others because they don't have trust in themselves.